Hello friends, today I am going to demonstrate the basics of Cisco packet tracer, and here I will cover how to set communication between router to switch, router to PC and router to router. Other than that, from this video you can learn how to set all three types of passwords to the router for the security purpose, and also brief about the AAA server configuration and how it is helpful. Okay, so as you can see, it is the network where there are exactly four parts. One is northwest, northeast, southeast and southwest part. I already configured northwest, northeast and southeast configuration networks. Now let's together configure the southwest network. Okay, so first of all select your PC. From there select desktop and select IP configuration. Then give the IP addresses. I already mentioned for which network we are going to use what IP address. Like for this southwest network we are going to use 192.168.1 point star, means any point star network. Okay, so for that, half of this PC I'm using 1.2. Give your IP address 192.168.1.2 subnet mask and default gateway. And to recognize your PC with your IP address, also put here the IP address as your PC name. Okay, and same as second PC also configure with 1.3. Okay, gateway is 1.1 and display name is 192.168.1.3. Okay, so now let's configure router 1. Okay, so first of all we are going to give the host name to the router so that we can easily recognize our router. So first of all we need to enable, then configure terminal conf t, and then provide the host name. I use SW, which is southwest, so I can easily recognize my router, which router I'm working if I want to remotely work for my router also. Okay, now let's give the IP addresses to the router. Okay, so first is FA00, which is connected with the switch router, which is connected with the switch. We are going to first configure that router. So I provide the IP address 0.1 to 55 and no shut, means on the okay, state is up. Good. Now I'm going to configure next one, which is serial configuration. If you can see, this is a red line, which is, this line is for serial, and for 20, which is connected to router 0. Okay, so I configured that also with IP address as mentioned. Here it is 192.168.5.1. Okay, subnet mask also provided. Oh, I'm so sorry, and as I mentioned I need to give 0.2. Okay, good. Okay, so link is up. Now the last one network I'm going to configure, which is SE30. Okay. IP address is 192.168.60, which is router 1 to router 3 connection. We are going to configure it with the 6.1 to 55 to 55 to 50. No shut, which is no shutdown. Okay, exit. Okay, so now it is configured. You can see when we not configure, the lines are gray color in red, and now it is green, means the state is up and it is configured. But still the routing is not on between northwest and southwest. Let's check it out. Okay, so like if I'm going to ping to the router 192.168.1.3, then it is showing me destination host is unreachable, means routing is not enabled. So now let's enable the routing. Okay, so for that I use enhanced interior gateway routing protocol, EIGRP. So let's start its configuration, which is very simple. Okay, and then put all the network which is connected with the router 1. So first network is 192.168.1.0, second is 5.0, and third is 6.0. Okay, good. Now let's try again to ping it. Is it possible to ping or not? Okay. Yes, it is. So this means now the routing is enabled between northwest, southwest and southeast network. Okay, so now let's secure our router. So there are actually 4 types of password we can set to secure our router. One is at the user mode, second is auxiliary mode, third is remote mode, and fourth is at the privilege mode. So from that we are going to see 3 of them. Okay, so let's start first. So first of all we are going to set the password for the console, means the user mode. So if you want to enter into the user mode of this router, you also need the password. So okay, so let's set the password. For that, you can give any password for easy remember. I give it this password. Once you give the password, please remember it. Okay, so now second is if I want to open this router from any other network PC, then I need a remote password to be set, which is VTY or virtual 04, means total from 5 lines I can simultaneously enable this router and work on this. So it is for that 040123 and let's set the password. Okay, and login. Okay, so the last one is we are going to set for the privilege mode to be enter. We set the password. So it is also there are 2 types. One is the secret password and one is the simple password. So let's see the difference between them. So I set this password. Okay, I said let's see the our configuration till now. So that is show. Yeah, one more thing, if you not remember the command, then you can put just question mark and like this show question mark. It will give how many commands are available for that. So which one I need is show interface. No. Okay. Conti show running config. Okay, that's that. So as you can see, it will show you the password SW router which we are setting up, and other interface setup also you can see here, and the console and password. So now we don't need to see whatever the privilege password is. Then what we can do is let's set the password which is secret. So I'm going to set enable secret SW secret router. Okay, exit and let's see. Okay, you can see this is the secret password which is in MD5 hash functioning secret, and now we need to give this password to enable in the privilege mode. Okay, so let's exit and see the effect. Okay, so it asks me the password. As you remember, the password is SW. For console it is con router, and here we are in now the second one is the secret one, SW secret router. We are enable the secret one also. So that's it. Now let's understand, what if I want to configure my router, which is like this one is router 2. I want to configure it from some PC, not directly from the router. So I first need to on this PC. So first of all, remember that how we need the telnet to the router. The connected router IP address is 192.168.2.1. Okay, so it asks me the password which is for virtual, means the remote password. So just remember, if you want to telnet, then you need to give the password like remote VTY password, and also that enable password, that is for privilege password, also you need to provide both password. If you are provided, then only you can successfully telnet and configure the router. Okay, so it was timeout somewhere. Okay, let's configure it. So what I will do is give the password and E. Oh. Okay, great. Okay, I enable it and again they ask me the password, so I set any random password and give it. Okay, I'm there to configure. So as you can see, for this router, my this 192.168.9 link is still not working. So I need to first configure that, which is serial 30. Okay, so, and IP address is 192.168.9.2. 255. Okay, no shut. And here done. Yeah, you can see it is successfully configured as it's shown up from red to green dot. So I'm successful to configure it. Now let's enable the routing with that that enhanced gateway routing part. So router EIGRP10, and let's configure its network, so which is 192.168.9.0. then the second one network is 2.0 and 8.0. Okay, so set 2.0, then I set 8.0 and I'm done. Okay, so let's check is it working or not. Okay, from command prompt I need to run 2.3. Yes, it is enable the routing and we can see this. So now routing is also enabled. Now let's see what if I am at northwest and I want to update some router part of router 2 which is in northeast. So can I? Yes, of course. Telnet 192.168.2.1. Okay, so which is an E. I forgot every time. Router, and yes, let's enable, which is an E. Okay, done. Now I want to change the password, which is privilege password. So what I do is enable secret password and any secret router. Next, you can check it out, it is working. So yeah, and then the next one thing which is very important, once you configure everything, all router must write this command: copy running config to startup config. Means whatever we are configuring runningly, now whenever we open next this file, it is also being a startup config. So the configuration will be set as it is. If you do not run this command, then next if you open this file, then this structure in only you can see all the configuration you did will just remove. So must remember that for all the router which you are using for your network, write this command: copy running config startup config. Okay, so till now we understand how we can do the routers configuration and PC configuration and routing between different networks, and importantly the security of the router. Now, what if I want the accountability for different users? I need individual users account and also need to provide which user allowed how much authorization for the router, such as one user only need only user mode to be authorized, and one is with user mode and privilege mode also. So for that we need AAA server. AAA means authentication, authorization, and accountability. There are mainly two types of AAA servers. One is router self-contained AAA server, and second is there is a different server AAA, which is like here you can see it is different server. In server there are again two types. One is tacacs and second is radius. Let's just take some glimpse about tacacs configuration, which I already done. This just to give you the idea how it works. So let's select this one and okay. So I select triple A and then give the client name which is C1, and secret you can give any name. Let's see, tacacs, and client IP, which you must need to give the router line which is directly connected to this server IP address. So it is 192.168.3.1 and server type is tacacs, and then just press add. You can see this will be added to your uh, AAA server, and then give the username and password. Tacacs here I give. You can give any username password. This is to if you now onwards if you want to use this router, you need to provide the username also with the password, then only you are authenticated to use this router 3. Okay. Okay. Now now we need to also configure router 3. There are simple steps. I already put the steps in router 3, so just there are only 4 to 5 steps. One is tacacs server host IP of server 192.168.3.3, and key which I already given in server as you see tacacs. AAA new model, triple authentication, login default group is tacacs. You can add more group like radius, default, and local. Then line VTY means remotely. If you want to use, then you need to be authenticated. For that, these two lines, and then there you need to give that username password tacacs, which I already mentioned. Okay. So now let's from this PC I will try to telnet this router 3. So give IP address 192.168.3.1, or you can give 4.1. That is the same process. So as you can see now, it is also asking for the username, not only the password. Okay, provide the tacacs as username, and now I provide the password. Also, my password is tacacs. Yay, great. I'm there in Southeast Network. Mm, Enable as it is Southeast. And okay, done. So this is simple AAA configuration. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked the video. Thank you.